Hello and welcome. This week we are going to be doing more wood burning, which is kind of obvious. That's what you're here for. So we're going to get straight on with this this Labrador, and we'll talk as we go along. So if you want to just pause over to the camera, please, Phil. Thank you.
There you go.
Okay, so last week we moved over to this wire tip. I did show you how to make it, not use it, to make it last week. So if you do want to make the tip, then go back to last week's video.
Right at the beginning.
Yeah, right at the very beginning. I think it was part 8. And it will show you how to use this. It's just use it, make it. It's just a piece of wire. Okay, so we're just going to turn this on, and we are at number 4. And what I was doing with this, and I'm just going to carry on with a little bit more, is just blending out, because we've got a lot of texture in this fur here, where we've used the spoon shader to go in the direction of the fur. What I'm going to do now is just go over with this, and what it does is just blends it all together, and so you bring the tonal values in as well as the texture, so you can see both, because fur has lots of layers. So I'm just going to start up here.
Wayne's come up with a new name for it. He says it's a squirrel.
A squirrel.
A squirrel.
So it's a squirrel tip. I like it, Wayne. A squirrel. Yes, because it is like a rounded square. If that don't make any sense whatsoever, but that's basically what it is. So yeah, we'll go with squirrel. Okay, so we're just using light pressure, and we're just using the circular motion and just going over where we have previously put the texture layer in. So I will over to you, Phil. Let me know who's in, so we can say hello.
It's a bit light today.
I'm not surprised. It is Christmas.
It is Christmas Eve. Everybody's busy wrapping presents.
Well, I was up until about 10 minutes ago.
It's the mail, probably last minute Christmas shopping.
Well, yeah, not necessarily mail. But,
well, this afternoon you have Wayne Bigfoot and Auntie Valerie.
Hi, Wayne. Hi, Valerie.
We have Personalised Twist.
Hello, welcome.
We have Andrew from Wivey Woodshed.
Hi, Andrew.
We have Anita Ball.
Oh, hi, Anita.
And that is and Alex Where's All the Wood Butchers just joined us.
Hi, Alex. So welcome, and wherever you are in the world, we wish you a Merry Christmas, because I know at the end I'm bound to forget to say that, so I'll say it now. Merry Christmas to everybody. I hope everybody has a fabulous Christmas.
So Personalised Twist is Rob from Klingsport.
Oh, hi, Rob. Now we know who you are.
You're hiding incognito.
He's hiding. He's in disguise today. In disguise. So what's with the change of name, or is it that just a personal thing rather than?
He's not working. He'll be off now. It's Christmas.
Well, yeah, I suppose so.
Right. I will be back in a second. I've just got to fetch something that Kez forgot.
Yeah, because that's me. I just forget things. So what we're doing is just small circular motions with the flat part of the squirrel. Or squirrel. Please let me know, Wayne, if I'm pronouncing it right. Yes, just on the flat part, and we're just circular motions just to bring in the tonal values. Because it's a light dog, we don't want too much, but we do want the difference in the shades between the light and the dark, and the medium tones and all the tones in between. It's kind of just getting them so they flow correctly to make it look real. Oh, I'm just reading comments. Sorry, guys. Work servers down. Okay. First time getting to catch the live. Well, welcome, Anita. I'm glad you've made it. Yeah. So just adding in the tonals, because you can see up on here that we're working on, it's actually on my iPad. It's actually a little bit darker than what's on your screen. You've got a patch here that's like kind of a light tone, but it's still got some color to it. So just you just have to go over. You go over a few times, but you do with a light temperature, just so you can control it a little bit more, and then it'll flow between the darker and the lighter, because it isn't harsh there. It's still got some tone to it.
Apparently, Squircle is a proper name, though.
Squircle. Is that like Squirtle the Pokemon? Squircle. I like that. So we've got a choice now. It's Squirrel or Squircle. What do you reckon?
I'll leave you to that. And Anita says it's the first time getting to catch the live.
Yeah, I've just read that.
Oh.
I beat to it. Yeah. I did something
Not
before
me,
you.
did you say?
So what we've got here is the eyebrow bit. So I'm just going to go with the direction of the fur using the flat. And it's only adding a very light part, but I just want to go with the direction because it's just flattening the texture a little bit. So filling in the gaps where the wood would be. There we go. So
did you read Rob's comment?
Yeah, with his servers down.
Yeah.
Yes, I read both of those.
I've told you, I'm redundant now. I'll shut up.
Well, I had to stop burning, look over at the screen with my tongue hanging out, trying to squint and read at the same time. It was a concentration thing, you know. So if they'd had cameras on me, they'd have all been laughing at me.
You need to put a second camera then to catch your face expression.
You don't want them.
Your tongue hanging out as you concentrate.
Yeah, that's the one. So just lightly going over. I don't know. Can you? You're not catching it on the camera, are you? Really?
Zoom in a bit then.
Yeah. Just thinking that. There, and then what we'll do is we'll move that over there a little bit. Yeah. There we go. So you can see this has only had its texture on it. You can only just see it on the camera. This has only just had its texture on it, but this has had the texture, and then I've gone over lightly with this squircle thingamajig. So I'm going to go over there because you can still see a light patch in the middle there.
And Alex wants to know who's going to be wearing the hat you won.
The hat.
Kez has got a smaller head than me, so
I
laugh
don't
at
know.
Kez.
Depends how big it is. But it was pretty awesome, though, wasn't it? I'll have to. We'll be fighting our 14-year-old off it because he loves skulls. It's either that or Em will be trying to steal it. Our daughter-in-law, because she likes skulls as well. Just add in a little bit more in here. That's it. Anybody having a nice quiet Christmas this year? Or is it all busy, busy, busy? Ours is pretty quiet, isn't it? Well, for us, should I say. 5 kids is not quiet, but it's quiet for us. We haven't got like lots of extras this year.
Rob says, have I ordered that 3D printer yet?
No, I keep kicking him to, but he's now, he keeps looking. He'll look for about 6 years before he buys anything.
I've got to actually build the desk in the dining room first.
Okay.
Then he's got somewhere to live.
Does that mean I get my desk quicker?
Could do.
You build the desk, I'll buy the 3D printer. How's that for a deal?
Oh, probably works every time.
I've burnt that dog.
Right, so Anita has a question for you. On average, how long does it take you to finish a wood burning project?
It depends how big it is. This piece here, what size was this piece of wood?
No idea. Do you want a tape measure?
Yeah.
Oh, we'll find you one.
It does depend on what size the piece is. I am getting faster at it.
You have to do it in inches.
Yeah.
With the metric tape measure.
Oh, 23 centimeters tall, Anita. So this one's 23 centimeters tall. Let me just scroll that out. So yeah, from top to bottom there, 23 centimeters tall, that is. What it is in inches, oh my god, I've got a board here. You're looking at just under 9 inches. Over 9 inches, just over 9 inches tall, and this one will have taken, well, it will, I'm hoping to finish it next week, so it would have taken 10 hours in total for something like this. You can get if you use the, put my teeth back in. If you have the boards that are around A4 size, so like the copier paper sort of size, they can take up to about 20 hours, depending on how detailed or how basic you want to go. It just depends on the piece, really.
The darker burn ones.
The darker burn ones take a lot longer because you're burning layer after layer after layer. This one's been reasonably fast, and I've got Michael J. Fox and Robin Williams that I did as portraits, people portraits, and they were only 6.5 hours each. So they're not too bad because they were just, skin is pretty fair. Well, it was on those portraits anyway. But I have got a piece that I did for a company, and it took me over 50 hours. But the plank was, 3 foot long. So, yeah, it does just depend. Oh, I better put that back in again, aren't I?
Yeah, zoom back in.
Zooming in. There we go. Is that getting that? It just looked like it was shining off the light. It's not. So, now where was I? There I am. So there we go. We want this middle bit a little bit darker. So what I'm going to do is actually slow down the circular motion just so I can get a little bit darker, but not too dark, so I haven't gone too slow.
I think it says to get a full-size A1 version.
Yeah.
Pretty damned awesome. I haven't got space for an A1.
Oh, a printer?
Yeah.
I just don't know about burning then. I was like, an A1, that'd be like that size, wouldn't it?
It'd be
It's one of these
mats.
That'd be pretty cool though.
Oh, and well, you've got the age-old one.
What?
Christopher Lee as Dracula should be quite quick then. She'll do him one day for you, Wayne.
Is that what I've got to do for you? Is that my next one? Is that my first one of 2024? Christopher Lee. You reckon?
Yeah. You have to let us know when your birthday is, Wayne.
Yeah.
You never know.
Need to come and see you guys anyway.
Yeah, for those that don't know, Wayne's been hassling her to do Christopher Lee for about the last 2 years.
Yeah. Well, actually, I was asked. Yeah. I was going to say I was asked to do a person, but we've already got the next one lined up for the next burn along, haven't we?
Oh, I've been corrected. Apparently, they're not that big.
What's not that big?
The A1 printer.
Oh.
I'll have a look around.
I thought you meant A1 burning. That's why I said it would be a big one.
No, the printer.
Printer, right? You see, it's confusing. You're confusing me. Stop confusing me. You're on about printers, and I'm on about burning.
She's easily confused.
Yeah. I confuse myself. Somebody's on the phone. So just filling in these gaps on this head and just going. I'm actually doing a little bit faster now. Just fill in a little bit more. Just small circular motions still with the flat part of the tip. Can't even say it, let alone remember what it's called. Squirrel keeps coming to mind, and I don't know.
Squirrel.
No, not for forgetting, but when it's for the name of the tip that Wayne said.
Yeah, Wayne said they do a knockoff version of his 3D printer about half the price, and they're as good as his.
Really? Hmm. Not that we're promoting knockoff printers on this channel.
Well, we thought it'd be quiet today because it's Christmas Eve, but 8 lovely people have joined you.
Nice.
Thank you, guys.
Yeah, thank you very much for joining us. And putting up with a crazy ramble and my crazy need to show everybody how to do things, to do pyrography. So still doing circular motions. Well, I would say more oval motions on this bit just because of the direction of the fur.
Rob from Copper Owl Woodturning's joined us.
Hey,
and he
Rob.
says he's starting to lose track of which is the picture and which is the pyrograph.
Oh, well, that's a compliment. Thank you very much. But yeah, it's definitely getting there. And once we've finished, I'm not sure, and I don't know what you guys think. The background here, I wasn't sure whether to actually burn it complete black. I normally do, if I burn it complete black on this whole background here, what I'll do is I'll use one of the Dremel blowtorch things that we've got. So it's actually, I'll show you how quick and easy it is. But what do you guys think? Should we leave it white or should we go black with it? Well, what we'll have to do is burn all around the outside of the portrait with the burner, and then I'll show you how to burn from there with a palette knife.
Andrew says white.
White.
So keep the natural timber.
Yeah. I like the natural timber.
And Anita says she likes the natural look as well.
Yeah. Cool.
And Alex says, you mean you're not going to magically burn it green? That's called paint. You can paint as well. I will add a little bit of paint to this, but what we use the paint for is the catch lights in the eyes. So hopefully if I burn fast enough, we might get some done today. And Mr. Keep It Classy himself joined us, Huey
Hey,
Lionheart.
Huey, how you doing?
He's coming to check on you. She's being good up to date.
I am being good today. I am being really good. We were just asking whether to burn the background black or leave it timber.
And Alex says, oh no, no paint allowed. Has to be burnt.
Oh, just burnt, is it? I normally add just a little bit of white in the eyes. And then if you've got a little bit on like the nose there, I'll add a little bit of white in there just for a little bit of paint. But that's generally as much as painting that I do with burning. unless you look on the dining room wall.
Yeah, then you've got a lot of paint.
Yeah, there's a lot of paint on there, and not just white paint. It's a full dragon. Because if you can paint, you paint everything.
And she's just too tight to buy a piece of paper big enough to paint on. Use the
Yeah,
wall instead.
on canvas. Yeah, I've always painted on the walls. The kids loved the bedrooms when they were growing up.
Yeah. Huey says, make sure you stay classy, Kez. No one needs to end up on the naughty list this close to Christmas.
Depends which naughty list you're looking at.
Alex says, you need whatever chemical that makes it green.
Green.
Oh, there's something to think about.
I've not seen the chemical for burning them green, have you?
Oh. And Andrew from AGK's joined us.
Hey up,
Afternoon,
Andrew. How are you doing? Hope Debbie's doing okay and the family's okay for Christmas. What did you do with that box that came from Andrew?
Well, the box that came from Andrew's on the workbench over there.
Do you want to grab it?
She's making me move about a lot today.
Aybury. Exercise, mister. Stops the old man seizing up. Yeah. I just want to show you guys this because I think this is absolutely awesome. Hang on. Oh, no, I need to go out, not in. Andrew sent Phil a box of bits for, for 3D printing. Is there one of these? Oh, look at that. Look at that. How awesome that is. That is absolutely amazing. I just want to say thank you, Andrew, because that is brilliant. And I've had to fight the kids off it. I've got 2 kids that are like, oh, how does that work? What do you do there? But yeah, absolutely brilliant. I've had to hide it. Well, we've had to leave it in the box, actually, because they will fight over it.
Zoom your camera back in now.
Yeah, hang on. Yes, sir. You always this bossy. Right, let's get some done over here. So still just doing circular motions. But yeah, thank you very much, Andrew, for sending that dragon and Phil's box of whatchamacallits.
Battery holders.
That's it.
And
There was a name.
burner holders.
Oh, the Versatip holders, yeah. Yes, thank you very much. They are much appreciated. Yeah, the dragons had to hide at the moment. So that bit there is just that little bit darker, isn't it, on there? So this is like really awkward. I would normally turn my piece, but then it'll look weird. So I'm just gonna.
Yeah, Andrew. Alex says, I know from having proper fires that depending on what metals, chemicals are in the coal, the flame changes colour.
Ah, yeah. We've
I'm not sure if it'll change the colour of the wood though.
Maybe
You never know.
I don't know. It's worth a try though, isn't it? We've got a coal fire that we use, but we're not allowed to use proper coal on it anymore. We use wooden stuff, and it does change, but not too drastically.
Interesting experimenting to see if
It is, isn't it?
you can do that with a chemical and using the heat to change the colour of the timber.
Yeah. Now that's definitely food for thought. You've set us on a whole new path now. So still just doing like these overly circly kind of motions just there, because this bit here is just that little bit darker. Looking a bit bitty there. Well, up here it is anyway. So let's twist this arm up here a bit and we'll come down. What I'm trying to do is aim to keep the flat part with the direction of the fur, because if I do burn a little bit dark, like I have done a couple of times, it will just blend in with the direction of the fur. Because if I went that way instead of the fur going that way, I'd end up with burn lines there and it look really weird. So what I try and do is twist my arm around a little bit and try and stick with the direction of the fur, so it's that straight part of this particular tip. With the spoon shader, I don't think it really matters because it's just a bowl shape, but you know, I just prefer this one for blending. So it's just kind of building up these layers. It is a lot of patience. Pyrography is definitely a lot of patience, but it is very, very therapeutic. You kind of float off into your own little world and don't think about things until it's a few hours later. Well, I do anyway. I do.
She puts an audiobook on and she's gone.
Yeah, yeah. And he comes in and he's like, you were only in here for 5 minutes? It's like 3 hours later. I'm like, oops. But being busy and sort of like relaxed to do that, it's a big help with mental health. I mean, I don't suffer too much with mental health, but you know, I know a lot of people do, and you know, sort of having a hobby, making anything, whether it's this or anything, it's really good. So whatever helps it, keep doing it.
Yeah, you can drift off with your pyrography and relax, can't you?
Yeah, it is. Yeah. Just thinking about, you know, where your tones need to be and stuff like that and whatnot. And it's really good. I enjoy it. I know it's not for everybody, but yeah. I think, yeah, that bit there's a little bit dark. Let's add some more in here. I'm just going to slow down a little bit actually, so we can add it a little bit faster. There we are. Started to add it now. There we are.
I feel like I'm missing out on part of this conversation today.
Why? It's not.
Asking Andrew, has the medication sorted him out?
Andrew who?
AGK.
Oh, that's right. There's a couple of Andrews on there. That's what I was asking.
Yeah, there's 2 Andrews, 2 Robs.
Yeah. Well, I hope everything's all right. There we go. Just getting in there nicely. Move up onto this eyebrow bit here. No, must remember to slow down, slow down. Still trying to keep that with the line of the fur. It's a little bit hard sometimes because the angle's a little weird, but for the most part, we'll get it in. There we are. You can start seeing it coming in now, can't you?
It's very, very light layers. Because it only really needs light layers, because if you go in with it too harsh, it will just burn way, way too fast. Oh, that's my dinner bell going off, look. Time to go make dinner.
And Huey says, no, he isn't all right. I had to send him some special medication. I'm sure Andrew will show you the packet at some point.
Huey, he won't grow, mate. Oh, dear me.
I'm keeping it classy.
Oh, dear me. Dear me.
You forgot your train of thought now, haven't you?
No, no, I'm just trying not to say what I'm thinking. Right, let's get these layers in here. Oh, dear me. I don't want to know. Oh, dear me.
Right, how are we looking on there? Okay, so what we'll do is move that over there a little bit.
Because we're going to blend in this area here, because it's still looking quite a bit more textured rather than tonal. And
Yeah.
you can get as much texture in as you like, but it won't make it look 100% real. You need to get your tonal and your different value and your different shades in to be able to get things to look realism, or to aim for realism anyway.
Andrew from AGK says you can live in hope for growing.
Mm-hmm.
And Huey says you've now given him a good idea. He'll send him some grow bags for next spring.
Grow bags. Oh, dear me.
Our daughter-in-law, is she 4 foot what?
No
Is she
idea.
4'10"?
She's short.
She's short, and I think she's like either an inch or 2 inches off being classed as a midget.
And she's with one of our lads, and he's nearly 6 foot, so she looks really, really tiny. Bless her.
She's gone quiet on us again.
Who?
You.
Me, sorry. And just trying to blend in these and just doing single strokes across the wood, just to try and blend these in a little bit. I'm not sure whether, the camera is picking it up, just that dark patch there. I said I don't want it too dark, but I just need it just a little shade darker. Than what it is, and then it kind of fills in the wood bits. It is because we've still got a little bits of wood coming through, which is obviously what we want, because that's why we burn on wood, because it looks pretty. But we just need to blend. There we are. There we go. Excuse me.
Oh, excuse me. No, take a drink. Oh, cough everywhere.
We don't want that. Right, so just blow it. And what I'm going to do is just blow in the tip before I put it down, just because I don't want to go down too hot. There we go. So when you blow your tip, it stops your stop-start blob. And I didn't want to have that right in the middle. So I just blew it. It just takes the heat out of the tip. Just enough for you to be able to touch the wood with, without it scorching it. Because the scorch marks don't look pretty, especially within a realistic portrait, like head, face.
Is that what your new technical terms? Head face?
Head or face, sorry. It's because I'm doing the head, but I'm also doing a face. It's, yeah. I'm not one for words. I'm not one for technical. I'm definitely not technical. But I know what I mean. There we go. That's better, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm just going to add a little bit more in. Just going to go a little bit faster because I don't want too much in there. But just a little bit more. Go a little bit faster and it kind of does like half a shade. It's harder. I think it's harder to see with it being like on the camera and stuff. But
And Andy, the Valley Woodturned has joined us.
hey up, Andy.
Seen Andy?
How you doing? That's Lucy and the kids.
Has she finished wrapping the presents yet?
It's like mountain, isn't it? Oh no, you wouldn't know, would you?
Dropped myself in it there.
You did, didn't you? So still just going. Pulling. I'm doing a pull-in motion. I'm pulling in the direction of the fur. It's still blending because there's lots of blending to do, or blending, shading, whatever you want to call it. It's the same sort of thing. I'm blending from the texture and from one tone to another. Because when you look at something, it isn't always one color. Even though you can look at a jumper and you think, oh, that's black, but when you actually look at it, you've got so many different shades because of the way that the light hits things and the angles and stuff like that. So, and then the creases within the fabric. So it's technically not all sort of really dark black, and that's the same with this, and that's what I mean by when I'm talking about tonal values. It's talking about the different shades even of the one colour.
Lucy apparently has gone to a crib service with Kezia, and Gideon is wrapping Mummy's presents.
Ah, bless him. He's a good boy. Is he looking forward to Santa? I thought ours had been bouncing off the walls, but actually they've been really good, haven't they?
Yeah, they've not been bad this year.
Although wrangling them into bed tonight might be a different matter. Then is when they might be bouncing off the walls. So just going to add some extra tone up here. Because it's actually just a bit darker in this section here.
Yeah, Andy says just a little bit.
Just a little bit, yeah, bless him. Is it? I bet it's like the first year that he's really sort of recognised Christmas. Because I think it's his first year at school, isn't it? It kind of like really sinks in like the first year that they go to school because everybody else is getting excited and then they do all the school stuff, don't they?
Mm. And Rob says he's got rid of all ours, so peaceful night for us.
Yeah. no such luck. We've only got one of ours that's moved out, and actually, I think he's just come back again.
Literally, he's just arrived.
Yeah, he's just walked through the back door. So if he comes in, I do apologise, because he will come to find us. He's come for his Christmas Eve dinner. Still just adding those tones in there. Because this side is just a little bit darker. It's not like too dark, but it's just got a little bit of a shadow just where the light hits over here, but is a little bit darker on the fur here. Okay. And then we've got this middle bit that is a reasonable amount darker.
Yeah, Andrew says he's got a peaceful night as well.
Has he? Which Andrew?
AGK, sorry.
Okay. I mean, you got the grandkids, mate. Not bouncing round you tomorrow. Right at the moment, we ain't got grandkids yet, have we?
No.
Not just yet. Do you think I'll still have to do a treasure hunt for them? When they arrive, do you reckon? We have a treasure hunt every year, so our presents don't go under the tree. They go...
everywhere but the tree.
Everywhere but the tree, yeah. And when the kids walk down the stairs in the morning, they are actually handed an envelope. And it's got a riddle in it, and they have got to work out the answer to the riddle, because that is where the first set of presents are, and the next riddle to the next present. So, yeah, ours don't kind of bounce down the stairs to presents under the tree. They bounce down the stairs and they get handed an envelope. They've got to work as a team to work out what the answer to the riddle is. It just gives us a chance to wake up and have a cup of coffee, doesn't it?
Yeah, while they find the first one.
Yeah, while they're finding the first presents, we're making a cup of coffee and sort of like yawning and waking up a little bit, aren't we?
Yes, it'll be an early start.
They're not like really early though, are they? They're normally about 7 o'clock. Isn't the time that they normally get up. Watch it be 5:30 in the morning now, just because I've said 7. It's about to happen, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. So that there is starting to look good, isn't it? Dark patch. It's got a bit over here. So.
Yeah. Alex says that's a great idea to get 5 minutes to yourself.
It is. It's exactly that, mate. It really is.
And Rob says my kids know better than to try and talk to him before coffee.
I would like to say that, but the 6-year-old, if he's got something in his head, he's just talking and talking and talking, isn't he? He ain't going to let up, and you're like, ah. So, yeah. But it definitely just gives you 5 minutes to wake up.
Yeah, by the time you've made your coffee, they've normally found the first ones.
Yeah, because we do a few that are easy, and then I do a few that's a little bit harder, and they've got to sort of really, really search for things. And then quite often,
once they've found some sets of presents, they have got that I go round upstairs hiding stuff in their beds and that for other riddles that they've got to find later on. So, and they're like, how did that get there? I don't know. So, yeah, that is looking. So zoom that out a little bit. There we go. That is looking pretty good just there. Put that one there. So that's looking pretty good on that section. So it's just blending, lots and lots of blending at this point. What time have we got? We've got 15 minutes.
Yep.
So what I'm going to do is just do a little bit of blending. I'm going to move that, swap this piece of wood over. I've got a technical piece of wood that my thing leans on so you guys can see it. What I'm going to do is add a little bit more in here. And then I think what we'll do is, if we can get some texture.
Zoom back in again.
Yeah, I'm going to get a bit of texture and a bit of blending in here, and actually we'll see whether we can get some. We might be able to get some of the highlights in.
Rob says he's going to be texting, so Rob Twingspoor says he's going to be texting the grandkids at 12, telling them Mum said it's okay to go downstairs and open prezzies. My daughter's going to be so pleased.
Oh, you mean. And then they're told off and told to go back upstairs again. I suppose it depends on how old they are.
Yeah. I suppose we could let our eldest go home, get settled down for the night, then send him a text saying the kids are up wanting to open the presents.
Yeah, they'd have to go back again. Is that what you're going to do tonight? Not what you've done now, Rob. You set him off. So just doing circular motion down here, trying my best to keep with the direction of the fur, keeping the straight part within the direction of the fur. Just adding these extra elements in over here. And I think, oops, there we go, look, dark patch there, look.
You didn't blow it.
No, I didn't. No,
Parents' revenge.
Yeah, it is parent. Yeah, that's the one. Yeah. Until they set the grandkids on you that when they're displeased, and then it's not. Not too bad when they're a bit older because they understand, don't they?
Mm.
In our case, we've got a 14-year-old that tries to pretend he's not excited, but he really is. I think it's because they're at that age where they think they shouldn't be excited anymore. There we go, just adding the extra layers in there. We're going around that direction. This comes around this direction a little bit, so we're just going to aim for that. So keep that there, like that. There we go. This dog's body actually comes off about here, so it goes all the way across, but I'm not going to fill it in like that. I'm just going to leave it and let it fade off down the bottom here.
Yes, otherwise you'll be there for another 12 hours.
Yeah, and I think everybody gets the general gist now of, you know, how fur works with a burner. So she's keeping it.
This one is when they come home drunk first time, wait till they're asleep, wake them up and tell them you can't sleep in the night. And will they read a story or play with the Lego?
Brilliant. That sounds like fun.
Anita says, my baby is 33 and gets excited over getting socks.
Really? Actually, I'll tell you a story. I took my, I've taken my no, he's not 16, he's 18, our 18-year-old out because he decided yesterday that he hadn't bought presents. I was like, okay then. So he's like, can we go out? Well, he doesn't drive, and where we live, you need to be able to drive. So decided that we'd go off to the nearest town, which is about 30 minutes away. From Toxteth, 20-30 minutes away.
Yeah, technically it isn't the nearest town, but
no, it's not the nearest town. He wanted to go to the next town. Sorry. So we had to drive about 20-30 minutes away. Well, en route, he texted his brother, the older one, because we were going past his house, saying, did he want to come along? So he came along too with his girlfriend, and we gets into Tesco's, which is similar to like what would be Walmart, and they were having a debate because Sam had said to me, the oldest, oh well, it's only a couple more days, Mum, and I get me yearly socks, and I was like, I didn't buy you any socks and pants this year, mate. And he was like, what? So he was not happy. Well, he was playing. Not happy because I'd not bought him his yearly pants and socks. So I was made to buy pants and socks for them both because they were both having a debate about it as to Dad. Apparently, Dad was the favourite because I'd bought Dad socks this year and I hadn't bought them socks. So, yeah. They were both excited because they've got socks, and that's 18 and 23. So, yes, I was done out of socks in Tesco's yesterday. And I forgot to blow that again.
It's a design feature.
It is now. It's a bit of fun.
And Wayne says, let me get this straight. Through the week, Rob is Klingspor. At the weekend, he has a personalised twist.
Well. Yeah.
But just be grateful, Wayne, it's not a personalised kink. It's only a twist.
Keep it classy, Phil. Tell him, Huey.
And Alex says, that really is absolutely amazing, Kez. It is certainly more realistic than the photo.
Thank you. Thank you. So I've actually got something to show you guys. What time are we on? We've got 7 minutes left. We're not going to get a chance to do the highlights. What we'll do is we'll do the highlights and the finishing off next week. So next week on this should be the last one.
It will be the last one.
It will be the last one because I'm doing the highlights. The highlights are normally the last bit to do. I think any blending that needs to be done on this can be done, but I've, you guys now know enough about blending. We've done a few weeks on it now, so you guys know enough on how to do it. And if you have any questions, just drop us a line or whatever with whichever format suits you best.
Yeah. So Wayne says, I will pull my back out again trying to do a personalised twist.
Yeah.
And Anita's agreeing with Alex, saying that you do stunning work. Well, just keep that in mind with what she's going to show you at the end.
Yeah, because these were... I'm actually going to show you my very first sets of blades. It's not the first one, because the first one actually Logan owns. It's the Bendy and Ink Machine one. But all the first one was Phil routed out a game character for our then 10-year. I think he was 10, wasn't he? 10,
something like that.
Nine, maybe 9, something like that. He really liked this game character, and he routed him out because we didn't even have a scroll saw, so he had to sit and drop the router every single time to do this particular game character that he wanted. And then he routed out like the features, and all I did was kind of like burn the features black, but that's all I did do. I don't really class that as anything arty. Not as in pyrography. I just kind of burnt black on it. That's all I did. So, but these ones here, the first ones, they've been lost in the workshop for months and months and months, possibly even a year or so, hasn't it?
She put them somewhere safe.
Yeah. It's just exactly what you do. You know, you put them safe. You just forget where safe is. Yeah, come on. Can't tell me you haven't done that before.
To break it in here.
Yeah. See, not just me. Not just me. Does anybody else do that? Put things safe?
I think everybody.
Yeah. It's safe, and it's just like so safe that you can't find it yourself. Right. So I think we're done with that now.
You're done for today, right?
Yeah, I think we're done with that bit now. So what I'm going to do is just zoom that back out and take that piece of wood off and put my smaller one up. So there you go. That is what we've done these past 9 hours over the last few weeks. You know, just to kind of build that up. Next week we will be adding, say, the highlights, and then I will show you a trick with a rubber next week on how to add subtle highlights and things like that. Right, so what I'm going to show you now, these are pretty embarrassing, but they are quite a few years old. And these were the first things that I ever did. And that's not catching that, is it? Is it got it? I don't think it's getting it. There we go. So there you go. And you can see all the sort of like the burn blobs everywhere in these, and they are just super duper simple. So I've got 4 of these, and you can see in here I've missed bits out, and you've got a massive burn part there. But you know, I am super proud of these, because that is where it all started, was just these simple designs. There you go, look. Even got wonky feet, look. You know, and bits and stuff. So, you know, don't think that I ever started at this level, because it definitely didn't. These are my firsts, my absolute firsts. And say there's lots and lots of mistakes that I tried, you know, that's empty, that's burnt there, and tried to cover up. And it's all sorts of different depths. It's burnt into the wood instead of on the surface. And there's a lot that I've learned from there. And you know, it's amazing to see, you know, how far you come in just a few years. You know, so don't ever be sort of like put off thinking that, you know, you can't do, or you know, it's sort of like you'll never be this good or whatever. You can be, absolutely can be. So, but yeah, so yeah, they're actually really, I can't believe them. But yeah, I was super proud of those when I first did them. So, but yeah, you practice.
Yeah, Rob says you've improved slightly.
Yeah, I'd say definitely. I'd say all I could do was lines. That's all I could do was just lines.
Wayne says that's great. Cares to show folks your journey, and
Yeah.
Andrew says there is hope.
There's definitely hope, mate. There's definitely hope. It's say that one there is definitely the worst one. It is so bad, but that's where I started. So you know, there's definitely, you know, practice. It's, you know, it's a journey, isn't it? It's an art journey. So on that note, and my terrible first drawings. We wish you an absolute fabulous Christmas and New Year. I remembered to say it.
You'll be back again before then.
Yes, we will be back again. We are back on New Year's Eve, same time, same place, and we will be doing.
Finished.
Yes, we'll be finishing this because then we'll start New Year with something new. So we wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year, and we'll see you next week. Bye, guys. Thank you for joining us.